From hotspots to hidden gems and lots of local flavor, it's your guide to all things LA the unscripted way from California's own botanical paradise, Descanso Gardens. Welcome to another 30 minutes of SoCal adventures, courtesy of LA Unscripted. I'm Dana Devin, and tonight we are helping you see the forest for the trees, which really means we're revealing the latest hotspot on our growing list.
This year, the Teaching Zoo celebrates its 50th birthday. The Teaching Zoo is a very special place because it is a living, breathing classroom for the Animal Care and Training program here at Moore Park College. We are a classroom that teaches students hands-on training of wild animals so that they can go out in the field and work at zoos, animal parks, and conservation centers. This year we celebrate our 4th annual Wild Lights, and we love this event because it's a great way to get the holidays glowing. Under the lights with some special animals here to greet you and just have a really festive time and see what the zoo's like after dark. This family-friendly event is open to animal lovers and outdoor lovers and holiday lovers of all ages.
And this is Basil!
This is Basil, the North American opossum.
Oh my gosh.
These animals are nocturnal, which means they do stay awake at night. Do you know what this is more closely related to? Anyone?
A raccoon?
Dog?
Ooh.
A kangaroo.
What? That makes sense. Okay, girls, are you ready to see the tigers?
Yes.
All right, but first, let's take a selfie.
Okay, Jasmine, this is my favorite place in the entire zoo. This is Raja's Retreat, our tiger habitat. And believe it or not, these two 7-year-old tigers, Neil and Karma, just moved in 2 months ago.
These are the biggest 7-year-olds I've ever seen in my life.
They are. I have to say, the lion under the glow of this orange and multicolored canopy is pretty special and a great photo opportunity.
Oh my gosh, it really is. Okay, maybe we could see if Ira will get up for us. Ira! LA Unscripted's here to see you.
Do you care?
No.
We're open select nights through the rest of November and December. We open at 6 and we close at 8:30. We have special visitors like Santa Claus on most Fridays, and we have cookie decorating classes every Saturday from 6 to 7.
We're doing gingerbread cookies with a chocolate royal icing today. So everybody take your cookies out and just make a little string and just carefully follow the outline.
These cookie decorating classes, we're so excited to partner with Killer Confections and the owner, Julie Safley, who was one of our volunteers.
On Saturdays, we'll have cookie ornaments, gingerbread, and we're going to be doing a cupcake decorating class. So Saturdays are for fun.
For less than the cost of a movie ticket, you can experience this event with your family and friends. It's super simple to get tickets to this event. Just go to our website, zoo.mooreparkcollege.edu, and you will find all of the festive pictures to get you excited, and just click buy tickets now.
Happy holidays from the Teaching Zoo at Moore Park College. All right, ladies, let's take a bite.
No.
Okay, she is our lean, mean, try anything queen. Yep, I'm talking about Olivia de Bortoli, and if you want to know what she's uncovered now, you'll just have to keep watching this installment of Olivia in LA.
Hi ladies, I have a great business that you should cover next on your show. It's a small local bike shop called Bicycle San Clemente, and the owner is amazing. I think it would be such a fun time for you wonderful ladies to come and hop on a few bikes and ride a trail in beautiful San Clemente.
There is no better way to see your city than on a bicycle.
Bicycle San Clemente is a bike shop down in San Clemente. We do rentals, repairs, some sales. It was founded about 13 years ago by Pete Van Nuys. The building was originally the train station. It's just a little far from where the train stops and faced the wrong way, so it was abandoned. He took over, asked the city if he can just make it a bike shop, trying to do the rental thing, and they said yeah. I worked here part-time for a long time with him, and then he wanted to retire, and the lease was up for the building from the city. So I put a bid in 2-3 years ago, and I got it. So we have multiple bike routes that are specifically just for bikes, multi-use trail bikes and pedestrians. That go all the way up to Dana Point, up to San Juan Capistrano. And then we have a bike route and a path through town heading south.
So what are these two bikes that we have going on?
So these are Magnum's the brand, this is the Cosmo Nomad. Similar bikes, different frames, different style, way to ride.
And these are electric bikes, right?
These are electric bikes, yes.
So it's for people who, want to take it a little bit easier, maybe.
Yes, so San Clemente is a very hilly town, so the e-bikes really help with that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Safety first.
Basic controls, both brakes at the same time. You have a shifter right here. You got to be pedaling as you shift, just like any normal bike.
Okay, so it's like a car.
Yeah, it's a motor car.
Okay.
The lower the gear, the little less resistance you're going to have. It's better for going up hills.
Okay.
And then the power for the electrics is on the bottom here.
I love my bike rides in the afternoon, and I love coming to Bicycle San Clemente because they are just the nicest people. I like to support small businesses, local businesses, and the proprietor here, Austin, is just a champ. He and his team have rescued me after wrecks. They've replaced my tire when it's popped. They've fixed things, straightened my handlebars. And I stop here in the afternoons, I'll buy a soda, we'll catch up on whatever's happening in town, and they're just fun, sweet people.
I reached out because I just want to see the small local businesses get recognized and seen for all the hard work they do, because in reality San Clemente really just is made up of a bunch of small mom and pop businesses.
One reason I like this place so much and working here and owning it now is that everyone that goes and rides, they always come back in a good mood. They're always cheery, it's hard to be mad after a bike ride.
So do you have something you think I should try? Send it to us on Instagram at KTLA Unscripted. You may want to take notes because we've got so much more coming up when LA Unscripted from Descanso Gardens returns. Welcome back to LA Unscripted from the 150-acre forest that is Descanso Gardens. Walking is trending in LA, especially since experts say it lowers your stress levels. I know I already feel better from my day here at Descanso. Next, our sponsors keeping you in the know.
Just in time for the holidays, the Midnight Mission is providing 30 women a safe place to call home.
Everything the Midnight Mission has done and will continue to do is driven by need. There are a lot of shelters, but not as many programs designed like we're designed. So we have made a commitment to dedicate our third floor to the treatment of drug and alcohol abuse for women in Los Angeles, and we will be the only dedicated facility of its kind on Skid Row. This entire floor will house up to 30 women for a year-long program at no cost to them and at no governmental or taxpayer expense. They'll be intensely case managed for the first 6 months. After 6 months, then they are required to seek employment, which we have a career center downstairs that will help identify what work they're capable of doing. We have an educational department to lift them up to the educational level they need, a career development person who will help them write a resume, a cover letter. They'll start looking for work, and then they are required to save 70% of their income for the next 6 months during their stay. We'll be up and operational in December. These folks that are doing the painting and the construction up here have just done a wonderful job sticking to that time limit. The finished product is really designed to show diversity and inclusion on the third floor. Women of all backgrounds, women of all shapes, sizes, wherever you come from. There are no barriers to seek help at the Midnight Mission. So Jasmine, this is a typical room. You'll come into the program and you'll spend a year here. There will be 2 beds. This wall will be storage, closets, and 2 desk areas. Bathroom for both people to use. And when you look at treatment facilities as a whole, this is really nice.
And it feels just very calm and peaceful, and the colors are very inviting, feminine.
So the architectural plan of the 3rd floor was designed with trauma-informed care in mind. When you get off the elevator and you walk into this beautiful mural, and the color schemes and patterns all are designed to soothe you, to make you calm. There will be big potted plants outside each apartment, and the 2 women of that apartment will have to take care of that plant for a year. There'll be all types of activities for them to do going through that year. Health and wellness, education, career development, music theory. It really truly is an oasis in the middle of the wilderness. It's going to be called the Claire Ellinger Healthy Living Program. Claire Ellinger is a monumental figure in the 12-step community of Los Angeles. She has helped hundreds, if not thousands, of women in their own recovery in the 12-step sphere of recovery. We couldn't think of any better person to describe the type of person we'd like this floor to create. There was a stat that was released by HUD that came out that said women were experiencing homelessness more than veterans and children in the Skid Row area. To be able to be an oasis in the middle of this wilderness and all the requirements you need are, I want some help, that's a blessing in itself that we get to do that.
And we'll be back with so much more from Descanso Gardens, an oasis just outside of the city. Welcome back to LA Unscripted from Descanso Gardens here in SoCal, where the camellias are in full bloom and stunning, and they smell amazing. And you know what else is awesome? This next hotspot.
So the Daily Outpost is an American restaurant that does really nice cuisine, great service, and we really want to be part of what the community here is. My partners and I have been in the restaurant business for the last 16 years, and we're lucky enough to have one of our original chefs here. We have a couple other restaurants. And what we wanted to do here was to take our basic concept of our Blue Palms brew house and just elevate it to another level.
Okay, Steve, this food looks phenomenal. But before we talk about it, we have to talk about these drinks because these also look great. Let's talk about the wine that you guys have here. Tell me about it.
Being a California-style American restaurant, we wanted to feature him. Brander Sauvignon Blanc, Fred Brander, one of the first winemakers in Santa Barbara County.
And there's a Cayman's here. You can't go wrong with Cayman.
Right. This whole location here, especially Laurel Canyon and all the history with Laurel Canyon, and this is kind of where the restaurant mecca was, this downtown area, and we just felt that we wanted to be part of that and be part of the community and be another great restaurant for people to enjoy. That is a true old-fashioned Sunday, decadent, delicious. We've always dreamed about having a really beautiful patio for people to enjoy. I think, from COVID times, people want to be outside. So when we saw the opportunity to have the space out here with a really beautiful patio, we've got heat, we've got misters, so any different time of the year, you can enjoy the view. Classic sandwich, right? It has to be done right. Au jus. It's simple, but it's going to be really good. We want to wow you with the food. Everything's here made from scratch.
Fish tacos?
Fish tacos. Fresh fish with our little play on all the fresh salsa. Everything's made from scratch. Our ribeye, which is a Hawaiian-themed ribeye, marinated, beautiful pineapple juice. You just have to try it. Our house wedge salad, all house-made dressing. It's a meal in itself. A double pork chop, homemade apple chutney. You don't see a pork chop that looks just like that.
No, that is also like plated beautifully.
We're really food people, and we really enjoy the experience that you're going to have here. So good.
I'm probably gonna go for that pork chop some more.
Walking through stunning flower gardens, giant oaks, and waterfalls is such a healthy pleasure, which is something we're all about. So let's keep it rolling with today's Healthy Vibes.
Coming to the doctor doesn't have to be only when you're sick. A well child visit helps prevent and predict health problems early.
I've always gravitated working with kids. I enjoyed seeing them grow up. It's just very gratifying to see that parents are able to take what they learn from these visits and be able to apply it and keep their kids healthy.
IHP, or the Inland Empire Health Plan, is the largest nonprofit Medicaid plan here in the United States. We cover over 1.5 million members in the San Bernardino and Riverside County. At IHP, we like to refer to it as the plan with a heart, because our mission statement actually helps us or guides us to provide optimal care to our community. A well child visit is essentially a preventative type visit where a child is brought into the office so that we can assess for any potential illnesses that may be brewing. When they come in, a provider or a doctor will assess their growth and development and actually go through certain milestones to see if a child is growing appropriately. If they're not, this can be an indication that something more is lurking, and it usually will involve further evaluation and management. It also is an opportunity for a provider to sit down and talk about immunizations and vaccines that the child needs as well. The goal here is to immunize individuals so that they don't develop severe disease or illnesses.
If there's any other concerns, like if they have any questions about their development, about if they're not eating correctly, they're a picky eater, they're not sleeping well, there's all sorts of things that they ask. And these are times that we can address all these issues and leave the parents better equipped to bring up their kids and to keep them healthy.
Winter is coming, as they say. What are some things to help prevent your kiddos from getting the flu or getting sick this winter?
So from getting sick, we want to make sure we have good hand hygiene. So that means washing our hands well, and also when we're sneezing or coughing, cough into your elbow.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay, great.
And yeah, besides that, a great way to prevent the flu is to actually have the flu vaccine done. So he's already gotten his flu vaccine and he's happy now.
He's ready for the winter.
Generally speaking, the first 2-3 years of life, there's a lot of well childs because there's a lot of growth and development that occurs. Once you hit about 3 years of age, the recommendation is usually about once a year, up to about the age of 21.
My favorite part of my job is to see all the kids grow up. I see them from when they're literally out of the womb, all the way up until they're running around and going to school. So that's so great to see that they're not only being seen here as a baby, but as a progression all the way until they're bigger.
We've stopped and smelled the roses, so now let's check in with our sponsors to see what they've got blooming.
The holiday season is a great time to start the conversation about aging. We are gathering with families, multiple generations coming together to celebrate the end of the year, and it's a good time to talk about what matters to you, what your preferences are, and what's most important to you. And if you're concerned about an older adult in your family or a friend, it's a good time to start asking some questions about how you can support them. I'm Susan DeMorris, the director of the California Department of Aging. By 2030, not too far off, 1 in 4 Californians will be 60 or older. This will be the first time in our state that the older adult population is larger than the 0 to 18 population. As a state and a nation, we're growing older. In fact, the fastest growing demographic in our state is the 85 plus population. The average 5-year-old today, half of them can expect to live to be 100 or older. That's never happened before in the history of the world. We're so proud at the California Department of Aging to have California's Aging Resource Guide. And here you'll find lots of information about programs, services, and supports for older adults wherever you live in California, no matter what your zip code, the Aging Resource Guide can help you. There is a wide array of free local resources. It includes nutrition, home-delivered meals, congregate meals provided in senior centers. We also have supports for family caregivers when they need a break or training or education. We have financial counseling and help with health insurance. In California, we have a network of area agencies on aging. They deliver most programs and services at the local level, and the California's Aging Resource Guide will direct you to the services that they offer. California's Aging Resource Guide is available on our website, aging.ca.gov. Often during the holiday season, we're seeing family members, friends, neighbors that we haven't seen for a long time, and it's a good time to check in, ask how they're doing, what they might need, ask some basic opening questions. Are you still enjoying cooking and preparing your own meals? Or are you ready to have some help with that? One of the gifts of longevity is older adults get to meet their grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and they play an important role in their families, providing childcare and guidance to younger generations. And likewise, younger children are helping their grandparents with technology and teaching them things on the computer so that they can be more connected to their communities. We're fortunate in California to have many resources available at the community level so that no older adult or family caregiver has to go it alone.
Thank you guys so much for joining us at LA's own massive botanical paradise, Descanso Gardens. Where will we pop up next? You never know. Stay tuned. Mwah.